What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Anime Rift. We are glad to have you back, and as always, I am joined by my swaggy co-host, Ox Jake. What's going on, guys?
We swaggy this week. I like it.
Yeah, I like being swaggy, honestly.
Well, it's great to have you guys back, and today we are talking about the worst of the best. I know, I flipped that script on you a bit, all right? We are talking about topics that are the worst in their class, but man, are they just so good at the same time. So let's kick it off. We know we talk about anime first. So our first topic, and this is going to be the question of the week, you know, ding, 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 question of the week. Make sure you go on social media and answer it. It's going to be, what anime has the greatest story, but man, does it have a bad ending. All right, guys, let's take it away. Let's talk about this. What are we thinking here?
Okay, can I go last? Is that an option?
You can go last. If you want to go last.
I just want to hear the bad take. I want to hear the bad take.
All right.
He wants to make sure I don't come after one of his animes.
You know what? Nobody is safe. I'm just letting you know nobody is safe here. All right. Everyone's like, we're crouching in the shadows.
Look, I don't mind going first. Okay, so I'll hit it first. My 10 out of 10 anime with a subpar ending is going to be Death Note.
Oh,
I know it might upset you guys with that one.
Oh.
But Death Note, it's phenomenal, right? But for you guys, how hard does it fall off once L is gone?
Yeah.
Right?
You're not wrong.
Now, I mean, like, Light dying and all that stuff, I think that part of the ending was great and phenomenal, but all the stuff leading up to that just wasn't the same. It wasn't L versus Light. It just wasn't the same for me, and I think they could have done way better. So it was really disappointing for me in that fact. So Death Note, my 10 out of 10 anime, 3 out of 10 ending, for sure.
Not the worst take you've ever had. That's for sure.
No one can come for me for that because they know it's true. Like I mean, Death Note for me is a top 5 anime on my list, but the ending is subpar.
Yeah. I see the Jixi edit for the Death Note.
I agree.
I've seen every Jixi edit.
Yeah, okay. The Jixi edit for Death Note. So great.
No, I agree with you on that one. I mean, I think it set it up for a finale that, you know, the finale of the gods, but then it let you down. Like you were just kind of like, what's going on now? Why? That's the biggest one. It left you wondering why. And I have to agree, 10 out of 10 anime, I would even say 2 out of 10 ending. Like it was not the way. It was about as good as the live action. The whole live action was what the ending rating was.
It just lets you down. You can't. It's hard to beat that though. Like the polar opposites there with L versus Light was so phenomenal, and they tried their best, but it wasn't the same. It never was the same.
I agree. I guess that means I gotta go so that I don't take Jake's pick like I tried to do last week. So for me, and this is going to be controversial, and I know I'm going to take heat for this from my own friends. I'm going to throw myself on a sword here, and I'm going to say Naruto Shippuden. And for people that know me, like, I exist for Naruto. Like, I live for it. I love it. I bleed it.
Okay.
You know, believe it. But
that's a weird thing to say and then be like, it's the worst ending. So,
but here's why. I mean, I'll rebuttal myself as well, but here's why. It was such a good story. All 700 episodes of it was phenomenal. And then he doesn't even attend his own Hokage ceremony, which is great.
But that's Naruto.
Don't get me wrong. That is great for Naruto fashion. But he's been talking about it since day one. I mean, I've even said this with my brother on a TikTok that we just saw. there was a swing that had more substance than some characters in that TV show. And then for you to take Naruto right out of his own ceremony was just like, why? And I found the wedding was just a huge buildup to be a huge letdown. I felt I had more emotion in a Hokage's funeral than I did at their wedding.
Mm-hmm.
You missed the mark though. It's shout out Miley Cyrus. It was the climb to Hokage was Naruto, right? Not becoming Hokage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
it's not.
Okay, I can see both sides of this because I've had this conversation with you guys. I feel like the ending of Naruto shouldn't. It happened in Naruto fashion. Him becoming Hokage and the ceremony happened absolutely in Naruto fashion.
Yeah.
But I feel like the wedding more overshadowed all that stuff. And I don't think the ending of Naruto should have been more around him marrying Hinata. I think it should have been more of him becoming Hokage.
That's what I was saying.
But like what Jake is saying, like I got more out of it seeing him gain the respect of everybody in the village. Like
Of course.
after he defeats Pain and he just loses all his strength and Kakashi catches him and takes him back and the village is all cheering him on. Like it's moments like that
Yeah.
that I can forgive the ending.
chills.
Yeah, I gave you feelings to the I can forgive the ending for that. And even like some of the things that they did afterwards is upsetting. Like, Naruto versus Konohamaru, right? In the new Chunin exams, right? And Naruto like lets him do his thing and then he goes Sage Mode and Sage Mode is DQ. So like that is the most Naruto way it could have happened.
Yeah.
Right? Same thing for the Hokage. So I can't be mad at it because it's exactly how it should have gone. Like if it was Naruto was real life and that's how it was going down, that's exactly what would have happened. So I can't be mad at it.
Yeah.
I guess, but at the same time, for me, it kind of earns my best of the best, but doesn't really have the ending that I think it deserved or had. But
Yeah.
Jake, let's give us yours. Let's see what are we going with.
I was torn. I was gonna do Hunter x Hunter, but he's finishing it, so I'm still don't know about that one.
I don't want to.
You didn't like Chimera Ant art though, did you guys?
Oh, I love that. I love
Okay.
all of Hunter x Hunter. Like, but
Even the little sister part.
little sister part was a little, plot armor kind of deal. But like, it's just, we can move on. I don't want to get another.
Okay. We want to talk about. I'm gonna say Hunter x Hunter because he's finishing it, and hopefully he does a phenomenal job. But I went with Tokyo Ghoul. Phenomenal anime. Love it.
Okay.
The first 2 seasons, at least.
Yeah.
The third season, no one knows what's happening.
But you know what, though? Tokyo Ghoul, the first season had the biggest flop of an ending. Like,
When he's in the chair in the first season.
no, I think the
That's second season.
That's seconds.
Yeah, that's the second season. The first season has the bigger flop. And as my brother would say, because he'll get mad if I don't mention it, did we watch Tokyo Ghoul XE? I think it's XE or...
XE.
Yeah, it was like another story.
can't
of
look.
Tokyo
Look.
Ghoul, but
Tokyo Ghouls. I love Tokyo Ghoul.
I used to rave about Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah. So and Andrew's brother put me on Tokyo Ghoul. So I am not going to say a single bad thing about it.
Okay, I don't care if Andrew's brother was here with me right now.
You talk about chills when Heisei drinks that coffee in the coffee shop that Toka's in. Yeah, he just starts crying when he drinks it, dude.
Yeah, of course.
Man.
I mean,
But-
it's got one of the catchiest phrases in anime history, right? Like, we all learned how to count backwards better because of this TV show. So,
And I'm
One
with
of
y'all.
the best first teas in anime history,
Yeah,
dude.
that's it. I hope they were like JJK and everything. It's good.
all right. So,
Proud of you because you didn't go for Attack on Titan.
no, I didn't.
I was afraid you guys were going to troll me with Attack on Titan.
No.
And
No,
that's always in mid-throw.
I do have
Giving me
to,
Aaron Yeager vibes just a second ago.
I do have to say, though, I have a future prediction, all right? It's coming in right now. A future anime that's really good, that's going to have a really bad ending. Are you ready for it? It's coming in. Live feed. Bam. Vinland Saga.
You're
Okay.
you're
insane.
It's gonna have a
You gotta
mouth
flop
in it.
that.
I
It's
can feel it.
impossible to flop that.
Plot
No.
twist. Anyways, next up on the docket, we've been watching summer animes. For those of you that have been following the podcast, we've been watching a whole slew of different summer animes, and today we are going to rank the top 3 and the top 4 and the worst one we're watching of those top 4. So essentially, they are all really good animes, but we have to put one at the bottom. I think we're all going to be in unison for the bottom one, but I could be dead wrong. I could be dead wrong because I know what I have, but Jake, you went last time, so kick it off for us. Out of the ones we're watching, and sorry, I should mention, this is going between Jobless Reincarnation, Jujutsu Kaisen, Reborn as a Vending Machine, and Now I Wander the Dungeon, and
Zom
100. Yeah, Zom 100.
okay.
So
and
those are the 4.
can't fit all of them in there.
What?
But shout out
Yeah,
to
that's a lot.
Bleach, 1000-Year Blood War arc. There's so many good summer Running Kenshi remake. There's so many good ones, but we're only going with these 4. So
Yeah.
And Frozen
Yeah.
watching a really good rom-com. What is it, Frozen?
My Happy Marriage. It's on
My Happy
Netflix.
Marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right, take it away. Tell us, what's your bottom one? I'm so curious.
And Bakemono was really good. Anyways, so top 3, no particular order for the top 3, right?
Yeah.
JJK safe. JJK safe.
Okay.
Zom 100 safe. And this is what I think I'm gonna lose a lot of people.
okay.
Vending machine safe. Worst summer anime for me is Jobless Reincarnation.
Okay.
You know what? That's the end of the podcast, guys. That's you know what?
Do Vinland Saga and they're not
Where do you
Vinland
put on
Saga,
your?
dog.
Hold on. Where do you? I gotta talk to Hawkeye here for a second. Where do I put in my letter of resignation? No,
Oh my
just
God.
I'm just kidding.
I enjoyed the floating mage vibe he had going.
No. I respect it. Everyone's got their very wrong opinion. It's okay. It's okay. There are programs out there that can help you get the right opinion.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Ox, go next, and Frozen, I'll flame you last.
All right. At least tell me why jobless. Why jobless?
Okay.
Why Jobless?
Yeah.
My Jobless.
It's not their vibe. My man
Mhm.
needs a blue chew in a world of magic somehow. Can I say blue chew? I feel like yeah. He's love torn between like 5 females, but doesn't love any of them. Okay. What happened to this guy he was facing, this almighty dragon he was facing last season? He just vanished. Everyone separated, and now
Did you not listen to the storyline?
what are we doing here?
Are you? I'm going to ask you a real question here, and I kind of want to do it in the Batman voice. Are you current? Because they tell you where the dragon guy is, so I don't think you're current.
Yeah. So you're at 2 episodes.
I don't think you're current.
You're at the
What? Why are we wasting 9 episodes to get where we're at?
No, but still, they kind of tell you what the dragon guy is doing.
Mhm. Okay.
All right, Ox, take it away.
Okay. I'm gonna give it to you guys in an order. All right.
Okay.
And this is where I'm coming at you. JJK number 1. You can't beat it. You can't stop it. I absolutely love what they've been doing. It threefold, tenfold beat season 1, in my opinion. It's just that good this year. So number 2, Zom 100. Zom 100, phenomenal. It will tear you from just laughing, smiling, and then literally 5 seconds later, you're wondering what happened and you're going crazy, and they can just rip you from one emotion next to the next. So number 2, Zom 100. Number 3, Jobless. Number 4, I hate to say it and I hate to put it there, but Reincarnated as a Vending Machine is going last. As much as I like it, it's going last. And I know I probably just hurt Andrew a lot right there, but it's last.
All right, that's fair. I respect it. All right, so mine, number 1, undisputed, undefeated, champion amongst all of us, JJK. JJK is just simply an absolutely stellar summer anime. What's happening in it? I love that the second season kicks off with a backstory. And I love that we get to see how it plays through. And man, the episode, and I'm just going to say the episode when you know it happens, because you guys know the ending if you've seen it. You know the what you say ending, and you're just like, what just happened? Anyways, that's all I'm going to say about it. Number 2 is Jobless Reincarnation. I can't, I love it. It's so good. I think it's unrivaled. Like, it's the magic use and the hiding of Sylphiette, and like it's just good. It's great. Like the kind of comedy that surrounds it, especially when they add like the many fist arm demon to it, and
the demon god.
Yeah, just like the dumb stuff that's happening. It's hilarious. It's great. And number 3 is Zom 100.
Okay.
Because Zom 100 is just too good. And I'm not going to lie to you, Zom 100 could have been number 2 as well. There's literally, I flipped a coin to figure out which one was going to be number 2. Because, Ox, you hit it right on the head. Zom 100 is everything you want in an anime. It's got comedy, it's got action, it's got the sorrow, it's got the sadness, it's got a good story and a great background, driven with past trauma and future, I guess, plot lines that everybody wants to see in a good anime. It's got all the makings, and it's got a half-decent live action as well. Like, it's not a bad live action. That's kind of following it at the same time. That's the part that blows my mind with Zom 100, is that it has an anime that's only in its first season, and then a live action that is also concurrently following it. So you're like, this is kind of cool. Because at the same time this is playing out in the anime world, this is playing out in the real world as well. So I kind of feel like if there was a zombie apocalypse, that this is where I would be. I would have to make a Zom 100 list. And last, of course, it was hard because it is a really good anime, but it just doesn't stack up to what the others have, and that's Reincarnated as a Vending Machine. And that's just simply based on the fact that it's very, very linear. It is exactly what the title suggests it is. It is a vending machine, a guy who's reincarnated as a vending machine, and he wanders an endless dungeon.
Yeah.
And
if you're going to go with an isekai, right, Jobless is the better isekai.
Yeah, exactly.
Then Reincarnated as Vending Machine.
It was tough for me. Obviously, we only had 3rd and 4th swaps, okay?
I mean, I'm not even going to lie to you. If we had to do it for the winter animes, I wouldn't have even been able to do this episode because I'd still be deciding. Because there was good ones there too, but they were.
See, it's difficult because I would still recommend Reincarnated and as a vending machine to someone because it's a different spin on the isekai. That's just not something that's been redone 1,000 times.
For sure.
The only reason that it's 4th for me is, and I'm not current on the last couple episodes that have come out, so it might have changed, but changing into different machines is what kind of got me. I would more or less like to see him gaining abilities.
Yeah, and I thought versus the way the first few episodes went, I thought that's what was going to happen because he was going through all the lists of abilities and things he could get and stuff like that, and it just never ended up transpiring into anything. But one of the nicer things though is that it does follow a lot of very pop culture, like the Mentos and Coke thing.
References.
That was that was funny. So it's a great anime. None of these animes here by any means are bad ones to watch. These were all just animes that we had to put in an order of the summer ones that we're watching they're all fantastic. But with that being said, we're moving on to our last category, and it's a doozy. We could
why are you gonna flame me for judging Jobless because I didn't watch one episode? Where you're only judging it on that one episode. The other 9 sucked. And then one episode was good, and all of a sudden it's a good anime?
Our last topic of the night is one that we could arguably talk about for hours. And this one is going to be great graphics in a video game, but man, was it a bad game. And I mean terrible game. And I guess I can go first with this one if you want. Or, nah, you know what? I want Ox to go first. Let you go first, Ox.
Hey, buddy, you ain't went first all night. You go first.
No. I know. I need to hear your take now. Before I get riled up.
You don't want me to cover one of your games.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
No, I'm
Oh my God.
gonna wait to get your hot take here.
Okay. So so this was harder for me just because like I played nothing but League of Legends for the past 8 years, so I haven't played many. But for me, I think mine would be Atlas. I don't know if any of you guys ever heard of it, but they're made from the same people that made Ark. They made a pirate, version. So you're able to sail the seas, do all this stuff. Highly anticipated, graphics look amazing. Gameplay, subpar. Part of the reason that made it subpar is Ark is known for mega traps and stuff. So as soon as Atlas dropped, hordes of players on the same team just went in and took it over, making the game impossible to play for anybody else. But they missed on a lot of things in the game, so I think that's going to be my vote is Atlas.
All right, fair.
Okay. So, but you're saying it for more of like the community.
Yeah, the community stuff. They missed on a lot of things, like when it come to claiming land, claiming people's ships, and everything like that. The way they did it just didn't benefit the casual player at all.
Yeah.
Right, and that's kind of wild cards thing is just like, hey, if you can dedicate a lot of time, which if you dedicate a lot of time in the game and you have a lot of things, awesome. But when it comes to the casual player, there's not really a lot that they can do, especially against someone who can play a lot more. So that was my biggest beef, and I was like, man, they're going to learn from their past mistakes. But I think the only good thing about the game, I will say, is it's pretty great on the actual sailing portion, right? Like it's pretty spot on when it comes to sailing.
Yeah. All right. For me, it was kind of like a 2-part game. Well, not 2 parts, but it has 2 parts, and that is Death Stranding and the Calypso Protocol. So they framed this game up to look like a cinematic masterpiece. Like it was supposed to be the be-all and end-all of video games with, and I might add, one of the most famous video game makers on the planet, Hideo Kojima. And we're talking about the guy who made Metal Gear Solid, all right? And they deliver FedEx Delivery Boy. That's what we got out of that. That whole beautiful environment, the beautiful textures, the crazy storms, and I'm the Amazon mailman. That's what I'm doing for this for 40 hours. And then wait, it gets better. Wait, now that you've done that, now we're going to make a second one. We're like, surely we're going to get to do something this time. And it's like, no, we're not. You're going to do it again. You're going to do it again in the second game. And it was mind-boggling. Like, what
Did you buy both?
absolute dumpster fire.
He did.
Of course he did.
Yeah, he had to buy both.
And
He
Jake?
probably has like 60 hours on it as well. No, you. So mine was a little hard because, like Ox, I haven't played very many like non-AAA titles that would get great gameplay. Valorant, League of Legends, Rainbow Six, all great games. Usually the games I play are like low-res competitive games, but the One Piece game that came out looked amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone thought it was going to be phenomenal. And then it turns to be like turn-based, which if you like turn-based, it's fine. But I think everyone wanted to be, Monkey D. Luffy, Gum Gum Rocketing all over the place, right? So I think just for the scheme of which they picked to play the game in is what ruined it.
Mm-hmm. Do that.
It's not Final Fantasy.
I'm not a turn-based dude.
Yeah, not a thing for me. So
Now that I think about it, Destiny, I feel like would have been a good choice there too.
yeah, there's a lot. You know what? There's a lot that fit this category. I mean, going back in time, we've got like BioShock Infinite. There was a newest one that came out that was like Godsend. That was supposed to be good. Mass Effect Andromeda, Mass Effect 3, Mass Effect 2. No, I'm just kidding.
Mass Effect 3?
No, I'm just messing with you. I was just going down the Mass Effect list. No, there's tons of. I mean, I feel like we could make a list that's just Xbox exclusive, and we could find games like Anthem. Anthem is like the telltale. They're gonna make a Netflix documentary about how bad Anthem's thing went. Like that's how crazy it is. But I think we've said all of our things today, and we've kind of gotten all our topics off our head here. Make sure, if you guys want to hear us talk more about this stuff, again, tune into the podcast, Spotify, anywhere you can find a podcast, Apple Play, or no, it's not Apple Play. I'm sorry, it's Google Play and Apple Music. Anywhere that has a podcast, you can listen to it. We'll talk about this stuff way more in depth. It'll be longer. We'll yell at each other a little more. Also, if there's children, it's a little more mature rated. So keep that in mind as well. But final send-offs, Jake, Ox, what do you got for us?
And if you'd rather watch us, we're on YouTube as well. If you like watching us do this thing.
Yeah. I ain't got nothing,
Yeah.
Can't say I'm disappointed in you guys, but I'm a little let down, I can't wait for the podcast.
I'm been in both of y'all. I agree, buddy.
All right, I'm for both of you.
Okay.
My God. Is that
I'm saying I think that's it, man. Send us on.
all right. Well, guys, thanks again for tuning in. Episode 2, we're calling it the worst of the best. As always, it's great to be here. Thanks to Rogers for having us in their studio and letting us do this and making our dreams come true. Believe it. Anyways, that was my bad narrative take.
You can't have to trash it.
And we're so grateful that we get the chance to do this. Thanks to Hawkeye, thanks to Adam, thanks to Nuno for being here and volunteering their time and putting in the work for us to make this possible. You guys are amazing. We wouldn't be able to do it without you. As always, follow us on social media. Follow our link tree. We're going to have a scan up there. You guys can scan it with your phone. That's going to get you into our Discord, to all of our socials. You'll be able to follow the question of the week because we're going to have cool prizes coming out. It's going to be things like sticker packs and all sorts of other awesome stuff. So you're going to want to make sure that you're answering those questions in the Discord or just come and join us and play some games. We love that stuff too. So make sure you follow us on social media. Make sure you check us out on YouTube and the podcast. And just always remember, guys, the Enemy Rift has everything you need, from pixels to panels to your weekly dose of weeb culture. So from Ox, Jake, and myself, Frozen, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. We love you. And we'll see you next time on the Enemy Rift.